Everybody knows it. The movie Friday, released in 1995, was directed by Steve Carr, Marcus Raboy, and F. Gary Gary. Written by Ice Cube and DJ Pooh, the film portrays South Central LA in a unique comedic light, different from the overly violent images of South Central LA in films like Boys in the Hood, shifting national perspectives. Despite its low budget, it serves as a cultural phenomenon which has yet to be replicated. With a 4.7 rating by users on Google, it surely meets the criteria of a comedic classic. But what exactly about this movie justifies its critical acclaim? In this analysis, we will dive into exactly that. Friday is set in South Central LA, and all events depicted occur within one day, a random Friday. The story begins following Craig, an average guy in his early 20s who still lives with his parents and sister. Still residing at home, his parents see him as somewhat of a burden.
I want to eat some of them chitlins. I love pig feet. The barbecue pig feet were gone. You got grease all over your damn mouth. I had a sweet potato pie in there. You ate the whole pie. Left me that little plastic thing there.
It is revealed that Craig was fired from his job on his day off for stealing boxes, though the camera footage later reveals it was the neighborhood crackhead Ezell. Once he finds out about Craig's employment situation, Craig's father insists that Craig joins him in his job as a dog catcher, to which Craig immediately rejects. His dad then tasks him with finding a job during the day. We are then introduced to Craig's friend Smokey, who serves as comedic relief for much of the film. Smokey is a drug dealer who also happens to be a raging weed addict. He smokes up all of his stash, which was provided to him by Big Worm, the reigning neighborhood drug dealer.
What's up, Big Worm? Big Worm?
This is where the main conflict of the film begins. Big Worm demands that Smokey pays him back for his drugs, though he is short $200. Smokey incriminates Craig as well by peer pressuring him to smoke Big Worm's drugs. The plot then follows the two in their journey to come up with Big Worm's money by the end of the night. In between all of this, we are introduced to a host of crazy side characters, including Craig's girlfriend, who he finds annoying,
Boo! Where Craig at? Boo!
Felicia, an odd neighbor,
Yeah, what you gotta cook?
Chicken.
Give it here, I do it.
No, see, I was hoping that I could take it to the house.
Ezell, the neighborhood crackhead who is determined to get his next fix by any means necessary, Stanley, Craig's uppity neighbor, a very unholy preacher who sleeps with the married women of the neighborhood, Debbie, a new love interest for Craig,
Was it like this or was it like this?
and Debbie's friend Rita, a potential love interest for Smokey, though it doesn't really go very well.
What's up?
Not a damn thing!
We are also introduced to another antagonist of the film, Debo, who is a neighborhood bully. Everyone in the neighborhood fears Debo, but no one has the courage to stand up to him.
I want. Give me my money.
What?
Hello.
Paranoid about his fate at the hands of Big Worm, Craig goes to grab his gun for protection and is caught by his father, who gives him a motivational speech about gun violence.
Oh, no, son. That's not the way it is. You kids today are nothing but punks. Sissified. So quick to pick up a gun. You're scared to take an ass whipping. This one makes you a man.
Craig requests a loan from his family, who doesn't take his situation very seriously. The duo then takes drastic actions to get Big Worm's money. Smokey attempts to rob Debo in his sleep, who is at Felicia's house, but fails. Unsuccessfully reaching Big Worm's deadline, the duo gives up, but is then ambushed by Big Worm's goons, engaging in a shootout.
I wanna mess with the smoke, dog. Hey, who is that?
It ain't them niggas that act hard. It's the
Oh, shit!
It's the ones that put the slugs in your ass and tell your ass.
Hearing the gunshots, the entire neighborhood comes outside to find Craig and Smokey. However, amongst all the commotion, Debbie comes out of her home to confront Debo, who physically assaulted her sister Felicia.
Yo, what you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about, punk. You hit my sister like she was a fucking man. I'm not scared of you. All these niggas around here might be scared of you, but I'm not.
Craig then steps in to defend Debbie, pulling his gun on Debo. Craig's dad once again pleads with him to fight fist to fist, and surprisingly, Craig comes out on top. Though personally, I think the whole neighborhood should have just jumped Debo. Winning the fight, the entire neighborhood celebrates Craig's victory, and Smokey takes Debo's money, which is just enough to make Big Worm whole. Overall, though, the film ends on a very positive note.
Thank God it's Friday.
So what exactly makes Friday a comedic classic? Let's be real, it's just effortlessly funny. Friday incorporates comedy and humor into nearly every situation within the film, and is the type of movie where every line is quotable. When further dissecting the themes of the film, most of them are genuinely serious topics, from drug abuse, to gun violence, to violence against women. This film cohesively uses comedy to address real-life issues. Friday serves not only as a comedic classic, but as an African-American classic. It reflects on Black life throughout much of the film, addressing many of the issues that impact the Black community, even serving as a cautionary tale by warning viewers of the consequences of their action. Friday addresses gun violence by emphasizing Craig's decision to choose fists over guns. Gun violence in the Black community is very prevalent, especially back in the 90s during film production. Craig's father's motivational words are repeated various times throughout the film, hoping to limit the spread of gun violence and the unnecessary killing of Black Americans over small altercations. The film also warns against the dangers of drug use and peer pressure through its portrayal of Smokey and his relationship with Craig. While a very funny character, Smokey's self-sabotaging nature, propelled by his weed addiction, leads him into very dangerous situations. In order to escape this life, Smokey chooses to quit his addiction and attends rehab. Some superfans theorize that Smokey later becomes Detective James Carter from the Rush Hour films, indicative of his life turnaround, though this remains just a theory. Additionally, Friday spreads awareness about the crack epidemic, which especially hit Black communities in South Central LA hard through its depiction of Ezell and his exaggerated behavior. Everything Ezell does in the film centers around his addiction and desire for crack. He is portrayed as very determined, and if he had never dabbled in drugs, that determination could have been used for a positive cause. The legacy of Friday is overarching, and its influence on Black media cannot be understated. Friday features a star-studded Black cast and arguably made most of their careers, but also included many pre-established greats. He could do more than just rap. Chris Tucker and Nia Long would go on to become household names, and John Witherspoon remains a legend. Many of these actors are generally unknown outside of the Black community, and they would continue to star in various Black media throughout the late 90s and 2000s. Friday would go on to inspire generations of content, from the Barbershop trilogy, to Soul Plane, to Atlanta, to the Boondocks, and even to the newly released 2025 film, One of Them Days, which follows a similar plot. Friday even holds a significant presence on social media and influences music in the modern day despite its 90s release date. Scrolling on TikTok, you are likely to hear a viral sound taken directly from the film. As for music, in his rap beef with Drake, Kendrick Lamar would reference Debo, the neighborhood bully, in his diss track Not Like Us.
Aye, Mustard on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak throw. 199 to the nickel. So all you motherfuckers out
Overall, Friday serves as a unique coming-of-age story, one where the main characters all learn from their mistakes and grow in some capacity. Notably, Craig learns about the importance of responsibility and how to defend his masculinity without the use of gun violence. Friday is much more than a comedy meant to garner laughs from an audience. It brings much-needed awareness to real-life issues. Through this, it has been able to establish itself as a cultural phenomenon, one that continues to influence pop culture and media till this day. Friday is not only a hood classic or a black classic, it's an American classic.